The NFL Draft Combine is a great opportunity to get to see which players truly separate themselves from the rest of the players in their position group. The safety and the linebacker positions, especially this year, were all incredibly jumbled up entering the week, and we saw some players truly separate themselves. That's what happened. Utah safety Cole Bishop had a fantastic showing in Indianapolis, and he really showed some serious upside with the potential to be one of the first safeties taken off the board in the 2024 NFL Draft. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment and let me know which players you guys would like to see me touch on in a future video, but without further ado, let's get into it. Bishop has been pretty productive for the Utes over the past couple of seasons. In 2022, Bishop finished with 83 total tackles, 1 interception, and 3 pass deflections on the year. His numbers don't necessarily jump off the page, but he was productive and played pretty well. His 2023 season was more of the same. He finished with 60 total tackles, 2 interceptions, 3 pass deflections, as well as 3 sacks on the season. The tape for Bishop is solid, but his performance at the Combine has really caused him to fly up draft boards after running a 4.45 40. Many people consider him to be one of the top safeties in the draft class. Bishop has some very solid size at the safety position, which is something that really stuck out at the Combine and on tape. He weighed in at 6'1", 209 pounds, and I was really impressed with how big he is. He is tall, but on top of that, he has some really solid length at the position as well, and overall, I was really impressed with his size profile at that safety position. Bishop also offers some versatility in the defensive backfield. He can play the strong safety role, but Utah used him a lot as a roaming free safety. But he could also be used in the slot and had some man-to-man abilities. Utah also brought him down as a blitzer. He has a lot of versatility in the defensive backfield, and he can do a lot of different things, but I think teams are really going to like how moldable he is to really any defensive scheme. Another area I really like about Bishop is his hitting ability. He is a very hard tackler, and he does a good job of landing some extremely hard hits in the middle of the field. If he can be a bit more consistent, I think he could be a very interesting player. As great as Cole Bishop is, there are some concerns that I have with his game. For one, it is his movement abilities. In coverage, there were times when Bishop felt extremely stiff. He didn't have super fluid hips, and his change of direction at times was lacking. It showed up numerous times in coverage, but it also showed up at other times when he was asked to come down and defend the run. He just wasn't the most fluid athlete in the world, and I definitely think that can improve. Bishop tested very well in the 40-yard dash at the Combine, running one of the fastest times for all safeties. But on the field, it does not appear he is running that fast. I think we sometimes get it confused and think that the 40 time is their play speed, but that's not always the case. His sideline to sideline speed is not ideal, and he seems to occasionally lose a step in coverage. He showed areas that give fans hope that he can improve on his speed at the NFL level, but it was something that stuck out to me on the tape that I watched. The last area I have some issues with is Bishop's tackling consistencies. There are many times when he comes down and he lands a super hard tackle and he has the whole place rocking. But he also had a number of missed tackles as well. It seems like he needs to improve his tackling technique because it does lead to some broken tackles on him from time to time, and I think that can improve with some good coaching. Bishop is a good safety prospect. He has the size and the coverage abilities, and his testing numbers give us a lot of hope that he can be a legit starting safety at the NFL level. Bishop is my number 6 safety in the class. I am a bit higher on a couple of other guys, and this is no knock to Bishop whatsoever. I still think he's a very good player, and there's a lot to really like about his game, but he is my number 60 overall player. In terms of a scheme fit, I really like Bishop in a strong safety role. He won't be asked to line up a ton in man coverage, will come down to defend the run and blitz on occasion, and I really think this would eliminate him from having to roam sideline to sideline in ways that a free safety would, and could neutralize the lack of speed that he plays with at times. Now, like we touched on earlier, I think he's very versatile. I think he could play a free safety role or a strong safety role and be very, very good, but I think I would prefer to see him in a strong safety role. Maybe it is a cop-out answer, and I usually don't love comparing white players to other white players, but he does remind me a little bit of Harrison Smith. Both of them have nearly identical size, they are strong tacklers, and have a lot of similarities as players. Smith is a Vikings legend, and I think there are a lot of similarities between his game and Cole Bishop's game. I think Bishop, at his peak, could be a poor man's Harrison Smith. Cole Bishop is a well-rounded safety. He has size, coverage abilities, and there are a number of teams that I really think could benefit from having a guy like this on their roster. Ultimately, I believe that Cole Bishop will be a third-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.